name's Genevieve. Sorry. To me, every moment is worthy. Visiting a parent yesterday on Father's Day at her grave is not a celebration, it's a forever pain. I'm just gonna state a few things he has said. I just wish the truth, the full truth would come out. It would bring so much peace to everybody. But I'm gonna say this. A fight he could have walked away from because he plotted to death my father, Julio Suarez, along with 2 others. He lured him into that apartment. He meditated my dad's death, yet my father, the night before he was murdered, was sick of being harassed and threatened, and was going to finish whatever job it was to leave. That job, because of Alfred, my dad and I were very close. My dad did state that he was leaving. I was in college, and I see my dad the night before. It was the last thing he told me. I'm just glad to get to say I love you to him. But the fact that he wanted to leave that job because he was threatened, that spoke a lot of my dad. I genuinely think Alfred thinks he got away with the first murder. So he could do the same with my father and dispose of him like he was a piece of trash and get away with it. But the thing is, he states religion. I wonder what kind of religion it is if he's talking about the same cult he spoke of last time. Not personally hurting someone, but you are spiritually. And that's the work of Satan, not of God. I don't believe in religion. I believe in a relationship with Jesus Christ. In my heart, I have repeatedly said here, and I can forgive what he has done to my father. But that's thanks to Jesus. That doesn't mean I forgot what was done. My concern on having Alfred in the streets is the way this world has evolved, the amount of rage, racism, and so on that's happening in this world. Can he snap? Will he hurt another family? I wish no ill on anyone, not even Alfred. But there'll always be a void, a hurt, a missing piece of me, and that's my father. I'm thankful for the strength and the grace of God that has got me through. I do, however, am not comfortable with his release. I do fear what this man Alfred can do to others, or even mine. I do pray for his genuine repentance.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We now hear from Brian Suarez, who's the victim's son.
Could you state your name, sir?
Julio Suarez.
Thank you.
First, I would like to say thank you to the Borough Board for being here. Unfortunately, he said if we wanted him to stay behind bars, that's what he would do. But I guess he doesn't stay true to what he says. What's to say anything it's true that he has said in the past or even in this borough. Last time he would stay in, not last time, why is he back here 2 years? He killed 2 people. This evil person should not be in our society. I'll never be able to do my day-to-day work because I would fear that he would do something to someone or my family. It doesn't matter where he's at it still won't let me do my day-to-day job. It's hard enough that I can't do it now. It's a choice, he said he has a choice, he has no choice. What makes it okay for him to have a choice if I struggled so much in my life because this evil person said he has a bad upbringing. My upbringing has not been okay. It's what you do in yourself that if you can control how much anger you have, that's the person that should be released, but he has no control of his anger. Do me a favor, and everyone you love and I love, keep them safe, keep him behind bars, and I'll keep coming until he takes his last breath. Thank you.
Thank you.
You'll now hear from Julio Suarez, who is also the victim's daughter.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Excuse me.
My name is Julio Suarez. I'm the oldest of his children, of Julio Suarez's children, my dad. I'm gonna keep it short, because every time I come, I give the same statement, and you know what it is. He's not telling the truth. He'll never tell the truth. He was lured. I spoke to Dad 2 days before he was murdered. He was lured into an apartment saying that he had a phone call. This was all premeditated, and I heard my father's cries and saw the fear in his eyes when he said to me, "Something's happening, don't go to the building. Something's gonna happen. Don't look for me." And I'll never forget the fear of him in his eyes. He said that Marshall and Ricky, this monster that's sitting right here around me, were money laundering. And the reason for him murdering my dad was to keep him quiet, not to speak. And I remember him stating all that to friends that were in that room where my dad was, and in front of, and saying this to me. And for him to tell me, "Don't come looking for me, because something can happen." He wanted to protect me, my life, to spare me. My dad died to spare my life, to spare his children's lives. He says he gets to speak to his wife, his children, grandchildren. Dad doesn't get to talk to any of us. We have to celebrate Father's Day with a memory of looking at his grave and the pain in our hearts. This man has caused too much trauma. He has PTSD. Well, guess what? I suffered a stroke because I have too much stress in my life, because it's been weighing down on my life for many years. He has damaged many of us. We need to keep our children, we need to keep our family all protected from this monster and anybody else in this world. It's a crazy world we're living in today. And who's to say a traitor will not make him do the same thing to another family? Please help us. Help everybody else. Please help us. Stay safe. Don't allow this man to come out. Please, I am begging you. I don't know what else to do. I don't know how much longer I have in life. I don't know where my medical issue is gonna go. But I beg you from the bottom of my heart, please. If I am pleading here today, it's for your help and your mercy. You are the only people that can help us to stay safe, and everyone else. I concur with my brother, I concur with my sister, and I don't want to sit here and do this again. I really don't. But I really, really am not gonna turn my back on my dad. And as long as I'm alive, until my last breath, I will always be here to speak on my dad's behalf, because he's all we have and it's all he has. Please help us. Don't believe him. He's lying. He'll never tell the truth. He comes here in front of you and he gives you whatever you want to hear. But this man is not ready, and he never will be. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, I'm going to read a letter on behalf of Jessica Suarez, who is also the victim's daughter. You all have a copy, but she would like it to be read into the record. My name is Jessica Suarez, and she couldn't make it today. She had hoped to, but wasn't able to. My name is Jessica Suarez, and I am the daughter of Julio Suarez, who was murdered by Ricky Alford on February 16th, 1995. I'm writing to you to express my thoughts and deep concerns in regard to this parole hearing. Losing my father to a violent and senseless act changed my life and the lives of my family forever. There is no way to put into words the pain, fear, devastation that came from this death. The man responsible didn't just take a life, he tore a hole in our whole family that can never truly be repaired. I understand that the parole process exists to evaluate whether someone has shown genuine remorse, rehabilitation, and readiness to re-enter society. However, in this case, I do not believe that justice would be served by granting parole. Every time I sit through these hearings, he starts by saying, quote unquote, "I'm sorry to the Suarez family." But as soon as he begins describing what happened, given his version of events, his tone changes. He becomes defensive, angry, and emotional in a way that feels aggressive, not remorseful. It never feels like a man who understands the weight of what he's done or is truly sorry. If anything, it feels like he's still stuck in justifying or minimizing what happened. This isn't just about one bad decision. It was a violent, intentional act that took my father's life and left a permanent hole in our family. We are the ones who live with consequences every single day, the birthdays, holidays, and ordinary moments that we've lost forever. His absence is a pain we carry constantly. Yesterday was Father's Day, a day that brought great sadness to my family and me. Once again, we were unable to say Happy Father's Day, quote unquote, to my dad or spend time with him. This day served as a painful reminder of the loss we continue to endure every single day. While I wish those who are fathers or have their fathers near could celebrate this day with joy, for my family, it's a solemn occasion marked by absence and grief. The impact of Ricky Alford's actions has left a permanent void in our lives that cannot be filled. This July, I'll be getting married. It's supposed to be one of the most joyful days of my life, but my father won't be there to walk me down the aisle. That moment, which I've dreamed of my whole life, was taken from me. I won't have my dad by my side, and this loss is something I will carry forever. It's just one example of the many milestones and memories that have been stolen from us. Every time I relive this, because of the hearings, it takes a real toll on my life. It sets back any healing I've just tried to do. It doesn't allow me to move forward. Each hearing feels like reopening a wound, like it's just happened all over again. I don't forget, but I try to heal. Every time I feel I have to sit there and listen, that process starts all over. It's emotionally exhausting, and it's something I carry with me after the hearing ends. I want to be clear, I'm not saying I won't continue to show up and speak out if that's what it takes to make sure Ricky Alford stays where he belongs, in prison. But the truth is, I'm not here today because I want to be. I'm not here because I know my father would want me to focus on my future and enjoy the journey of getting married without having to relive this nightmare again. So yes, I am protecting my heart. I refuse to give this man satisfaction of seeing me in pain. That is not what my father would want for me. Unfortunately, my family are here time and time again to make sure that this man does not re-enter society, especially in the world we live in now. The idea of having him being released is terrifying. He said it himself, quote unquote, I snapped. If someone can snap like that once, what's to say it won't happen again? I do understand parole exists for people who demonstrate real rehabilitation, but in this case, I've never seen true remorse or personal accountability. These words may be there, but the behavior and attitude tell a different story. For that reason, I respectfully ask that you deny parole. My father's life mattered, and the man who took it should be held fully accountable. Thank you for your time and for giving victims' families a voice in this process. My father's life mattered. He was a human who loved and loved. and was loved. The consequences of this crime are permanent for us, and I ask the board to consider that before deciding whether to release the person responsible. Thank you for taking the time to read my letter and for allowing victims and their families to have a voice in this process. I urge you to deny parole. Sincerely, Jessica Suarez. Thank you.
Thank you.